Hello. I'm going to let you guys get in the room. So, those of you guys who are not watching this live, the first couple of minutes will be, a little choppy. Oh, wait, I want this pillow to be seen because I want everyone to know that it's Christmas. I'm hungry. Should I get chips? Can this be like an ASMR of with spicy chips? Hi! Hello, everyone. Which one should I try? This is dill pickle, and this one is chile limon. Let's try the dill pickle first while we talk about the family Chantel. 20 people in the room, 5 thumbs up. Can I get some thumbs up, you guys? All right, we're going to jump into the family Chantel very soon. I like the fact that I can taste the dill. This makes me want like a tuna sandwich. I also bought a tomato. I want to cut it up and put some salt and pepper on it, but I don't want to do too much eating. It's really me. It's really me, Connie. It's really me. Hello. Who said that's real? Oh, Shantina said that. Hello, everyone. What's Ponderosa? Sorry, I spit. What's that? San Francisco. San Francisco's in the house. The Bay? Okay. We're 2 minutes in. At 3 minutes, I'm going to start. Because I know it's late for those of you who are in different parts of the world. Hey, V-Eater. Or Veter. I didn't bring my glasses. All right. So I want you guys to tell me what I need to be talking about, because the last time I got on here and talked about the family Chantel, the last time I got on here and talked about the family Chantel, I was talking about Chantel being real crazy with what's her face not wanting to wear the sweater in winter. Chantel being crazy with winter. You guys, that makeup session where Winter comes to Chantel's apartment and Chantel just made that entire conversation about her and how upset she was. And wow, is Chantel not self-centered? I felt like Winter just kept pushing and was like, but you don't understand, this is how you make me feel. And she's like, well, this is how you make me feel, which is more important than how I make you feel. That's what I got from that conversation. So I really, really hope that I'm not the only person who feels that way. These chips are so good. I have to get off this live so I can eat these because I don't want people to be complaining about chewing. Okay. What else happened? It was just real selfish, and Winter's over there just coming out, talking about how much she loves her sister and how second-class citizen she's felt all of their lives, and how she was just always trying to catch up to Chantel, and that not everybody wants to be Chantel. And even in the confessionals when she had said that she just thinks that Chantel is just tired of having a fat sister, all this stuff. And Chantel is just like, but no, how you make me feel. How you make me feel. You offended me. Chantel had the audacity to say to Winter, or to her mother, that she was offended at the comments that Winter said. Not even thinking about how this girl must feel, how your baby sister must feel for her to be able to say this to you. So self-centered. Thank you. This is the first time I'm getting to wear this lipstick because I bought it during COVID. And This part of our face is covered. Okay. Wow, there are 31 people in this room right now. I thought that there would be nobody in this room. I thought everybody forgot about me. Well, I mean, obviously, I abandoned y'all. You didn't abandon me. Okay, no more eating. Here we go. 5 minutes in, she's ready to rock and roll. Okay, so starting off, like I already am frustrated with Karen, right? Because I don't quite understand her modus operandi. Like I support her as I support all Black mamas, but like they are such an odd family. Like I'm come from a family of people who don't communicate, but they really don't communicate. And that's really sad to see. And it sucks. Like the way Royal behaved, and I'm going forward real quick, but the way Royal behaves is like, it's just so interesting. He doesn't even want to be around them. Okay. Anywho, so let's rewind back. All right. So Chantel and her mother are going to get with Anne Jeanette. And for whatever reason, Chantel's parents do not mistrust Anne Jeanette. Now, I'm going to say one thing if I have to say something about Anne Jeanette. Leave Anne Jeanette alone. Okay? Because to me, any of the issues that Anne Jeanette has at Royal is all Royal's fault. Royal is a grown-ass man who went on Facebook, accepted a friend request from a stranger from the Philippines who happened to be 11 years younger than him. Okay? That is predatory behavior, in my opinion. Have I dated anybody 11 years younger than me? Hold on, let me like check if the pot is calling the kettle black. But the point is that person, if he was 11 years younger than me, he definitely wasn't no 22 years old girl. Like, get that girl back to her mama, 22 years old. Anyways, his grown ass. Roll is 32 years old. What is he doing? He married that girl 2 days after they got to the United States. And then this whole miscarriage thing, girl, let's back up. Okay, so Chantel and Winter squash it because Winter was just tired of fighting with Chantel and getting Chantel to understand her perspective. Pedro's upstairs waiting for Pinky Winky. They end up going to New York to meet with Alejandro, which is Lydia and Nicole's storyline. So congratulations to Lydia and Nicole for getting their whole storyline. I mean, Nicole is really holding this storyline on her back with her man and his like weird ass beard. Okay. So Pedro and Chantel go to New York, and it's supposed to be a graduation gift for Chantel, who did not graduate from nursing school. She like failed the test, so she needs to take it again. And so Chantel and Pedro end up still going to New York. And of course, Chantel is like really like, this was supposed to be for me. I can't do her accent because it's just so weird. Like, Pedro is supposed to take me to New York for my graduation, but I think it's really just for him to meet Alejandro, which I don't care about Alejandro. Shut up, girl. So anyways, they meet in this little tiny diner, which is like, come on, there's all these places in New York to go to meet somebody, and you go to this like around the way bodega with like the seats that are like this big. What is the point of that? And then Chantel's punk ass, it's literally snowing, raining, and Chantel has on a pair of black pumps, and I'm sure she doesn't have any tights on. Like, y'all, I lived in New York City for 6 years, okay? That weather requires a boot. You know what I'm saying? She's out there slipping and sliding, and then Pedro's got the tightest pants on I have ever seen on him. Not that I wasn't grateful, but them pants were tight, bro. So anyways, this conversation with Alejandro goes okay, but it's like bad because I don't understand why they just don't let like him talk in Spanish with people who speak Spanish, right? Because Pedro's English has gotten better, but baby, it's not that much better. It's not enough to hold a whole conversation where like producers are either feeding him lines or like he's supposed to keep the conversation going. And he's like, man, what's up with it, man? What? Oh, that weird, you know. Oh, okay. It's just, I mean, yes, it was weird. Is it weird? Yes, it was weird that he dyes his beard. But that's the style in certain places. You know what I'm saying? I'd never seen or been to those places. I didn't know And maybe that's a recent New York fashion trend with the Dominican men, but you know what I'm saying? And then his hair is questionable in my opinion. But so the conversation was there and Chantel was just sitting there and like thinking of other things to say. And she's like, Chantel is just so, it's like when she does speak, all it is messy caca. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, only when she speaks does it become more messy and more caca. But you're just like, Chantel. Anywho, so I guess they're there for one night or 2 nights. It's something really dumb. They're there for such a short amount of time. And if they are there for longer, production has made it seem like they were only there overnight. And Chantel didn't really get the vacation or the present that she wanted to get, which, I mean, she didn't graduate, so I don't know. Chalk it up, you know? So when they get back to Atlanta, there's more drama brewing because Chantel's on this like rampage to really show who Anjanette is and wants to save her brother. First of all, your brother's a grown-ass man. He doesn't even want to be around y'all. He like lived in Texas and decided to move back only because he got with this wife and he figured he should join the family at some point. But Chantel is like, well, Royal talks to me and he's telling me that Anjanette is not, you know, was dating other guys and that it's possible that he's fishing for, that she's fishing for American guys. And it's just like, you didn't like it when they said that about your husband. Why are you, ma'am, why are you being this way? But she's going full Karen with it. You know what I'm saying? She is dragging a ridiculous storyline through the mud and we are just here to watch it. The best thing that happened to this series, honestly, is Royal. And it's because you know Royal's so real, right? It's because his reactions and his behavior is like crazy, right? Okay, anyways, I'm skipping forward. So they're going wedding dress shopping and Chantel starts to ask Anjanette again about Royal, why Royal doesn't trust her, why she put a tracker on his phone. And then we start to see like Anjanette's having some feelings about Royal and she's really trying to like keep it very much to a minimum, but there's something brewing and we don't know what it is because she starts crying, girl. And then she admits to us that when she had a miscarriage, I guess she had a miscarriage 2 weeks after she got to the US. Or maybe it was longer. I don't know. For some reason, 2 weeks is in my mind. And she told Royal and Royal's response was to say like, maybe the baby wasn't his, which he completely denies, right? And then Karen ends up later on saying that Anjanette did look like she had a baby bump, but they weren't going to say anything. And because they were trying to be supportive. And I was like, no, you do not go all xenophobic and treat Pedro like he's trying to like steal the American dollar and double it in the DR by making counterfeit money. Yet this woman comes here who you might think is pregnant with somebody else's baby, but you're not going to say anything? Why? I guess all skin folk ain't kinfolk. Also, there's something suspect about a grown-ass man going to the Philippines and marrying a child. I mean, she's not a child. It's not as bad as like she's 19 or something like that. But like, I mean, we got Hazel, we got Rose, and now we got Anjanette. Okay? And out of all of them, I think I'm going to take Hazel. Did you guys know that Hazel's coming to America? And girl, she's bi. And she's trying to get some Tariq and some other action. I can't wait for that season to start. I can't wait for Tariq to come back. Because I wasn't supposed to. I'm just going to. You'll be fine, right? Mm. You know, like when you eat a vinegar one and it just hits right. Sea salt and vinegar. It's like that. I can't wait to be done with this. My God. Okay. Anyways. So yeah. It just bothers me that they are treating this entire situation so differently. So they're getting wedding dresses. Anjanette finds the wedding dress that she wants. And she starts to cry afterwards, tells us about the miscarriage. Then they're on the plane to Manila at the beginning of the pandemic. And I'm like, how not all of them don't got something? I mean, I know we didn't know what was going on in the very beginning, and I guess they already paid for those plane tickets. Well, I'm pretty sure TLC paid for those plane tickets. I don't know. I do not know. But I don't know. It just seems real fishy, doesn't it? So they get to Manila. They do the same like duck egg eat that they did that Tariq was supposed to eat in in his season, which I find it interesting. I guess that it really is a delicacy, but it couldn't be me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't be out in like a meat market. Not for me. I don't want to see the meat before I eat it. I don't want to see it. So Royal's hoping that his parents will be on their best behavior. And of course they kind of are on their best behavior, but already when they're getting in the jeepney, like the mother has already learned how to say no, thank you in Tagalog. And I'm just like, wow, that's really like, wow, that is really just not a foreshadowing, but that's really just indicative of who you are as an American, that you're already learning how to say no, thank you. Not to say that that isn't necessary, but it just feels like I know how to say hi. I know how to say bye. I know how to say yes, please. I know how to say excuse me. But like, she's like, no, I know how to say no, thank you, because I'm not eating anything. And if the food is not up to my standards, and I'll go in my house, I'll go in my hotel room with my crock pot or my hot pot, and I'll make noodles. I get it to a certain extent, but it just feels so like, it just feels like I'm American. I'm anticipating not liking anything. Like, what if her family came to the US and brought a wok and like what if they bought noodles too, and then you cooked something? I mean, I guess it wouldn't be that personal, but you know what I'm saying. Like, they're just ridiculous. So for whatever reason, when they have the bachelor party, which is like just Royal and River and Pedro drinking because the dad didn't want to stay, that was weird. Was that not weird? Isn't it weird how much the dad doesn't have a lot to say? And someone told me that they don't think that Royal is, I don't know his name, Anthony. I don't know what the dad's name is. See, I don't even know his name. Somebody was like that Royal has a different father, that man who's Karen's husband is not Royal's father, which I have no idea, but I would believe that he isn't, and that they don't have any kind of close relationship, because when Royal was acting up in the hotel room, and if you guys watch that episode, you know what I'm talking about, he did not say, hey, son, hold on, son, the way he did with River when River was acting up. Did anyone notice that? Did anyone notice that? He said he didn't want to go because he was married. I get that, but I don't understand why you wouldn't want to go with your son, your sons, for their like bachelor drink. That's your son. Your son is getting married. I mean, maybe he's like a former alcoholic, but you would think they would do something different if that wasn't the case. It was just weird. It was weird, right? It's just like, if that's your son, and I don't know that I've ever heard him interact with Royal. Like, there's never been like any kind of interaction. It was just, it's off and awkward. And it really like, I don't know. I just feel like Royal is the realest of them. And I feel like River and Winter just feel like the younger kids who don't really know what to say and just kind of like go with the flow. It's just odd. So Royal denies ever making the miscarriage comment. Chantel says that Royal told him, Chantel says that Royal told her that Anjanette was talking to a bunch of other Americans. He denies that. So Anjanette calls Royal out on being a liar when they're all out with her friends. And Royal tells Chantel that she's a liar, but for whatever reason, Chantel doesn't get upset at her brother. So Anjanette finally has the support of her homegirls behind her, and because they're on a TV show and they're all sitting at a bar together, and like Winter starts asking her questions, and then Chantel starts asking her questions. So she's like, oh, you just gonna let your siblings ask me a bunch of questions? Well, I got some questions for you. And my friends got some questions for you. And Royal's just sitting there talking about, I don't know what anyone's talking about. I don't remember this conversation. Maybe I was drunk. Like, shut up, fool. Like, it's just, maybe he does have a problem. I don't know. And so, like, it was just weird. And then for Family Chantel to decide that Anjanette is now the villain of this because she was with her homegirls when they had that conversation. But I'm like, what's the difference? What's the difference? What is the difference? And so he's bottling all this like frustration up, and I guess, and then Anjanette starts to cry because he denies the fact that he said that that baby wasn't his, or probably wasn't his. And he gets up to try to hug her, and she's just like, stay away from me, Royal, you lying. And then he leaves and is so angry that he like tries to fight a producer. And he runs over Winter to try to fight a producer. And then the family is talking about how they tiptoe around him because they don't want to get him upset and they don't want him to leave. And I'm telling you, as somebody who's from a family of non-communicators, this is like worse. There is something that has happened where Royal tried, and this is me fake diagnosing because I don't have a degree in any kind of counseling. But I don't know, it just makes me feel like there must have been something that happened and Royal tried to tell his parents about it or tell his mom about it and she wouldn't listen to him. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I can't imagine Karen as like a parent. The way she parents her adult children is so weird. Like when Chantel was going off on Winter for the family sweater and how she couldn't stop it, it was just so interesting. And everyone's just like, oh, we don't know what's going on. You guys just need to talk about it. And they just need to meet each other where they're at. And I'm just like, what were you like when they were kids? Now, I don't know what I expected them to do. I don't know what I expected Karen to do, but I would expect her to have a little bit more like, hey, come here. Like, hey, like something. She just sat there and it's just like, everybody calm down. No, girl, they're not coming down. This is some pent up trauma rage that's happening right now. And Chantel's like, yeah, last time I saw you, you were calling me a bitch. And Winter's like, correction, I was calling you a dumb bitch, but that's not the point. And I was like, yes, Winter, yes. Is it Kivane? Kivane says, my sister is like that. We have to watch what we say because she'll leave or cry. Something up. But anyways, so Royal then, after that blow up on the street where he like walks away from his wife when she tries to grab him and he like snatches himself as he tried to fight the producers and like his family's like, no, it's okay. We'll just walk away with him. And I was like, you guys, that is the wrong thing to do. You needed to be like, Anjanette, leave your homegirls, come with us because your last name is Mrs. Royal. So you need to come. Right? But they're like sequestering him and like sheltering him. And I get it because obviously there's something going on, right? That we're not aware of as people. And they really want him to be in the show. So they're just like, let's just give Royal what he wants. The next day, he comes to his parents' hotel room where Chantel is talking about like all the things that happened that night. Karen is upset because she's like, well, then that's not right. Anjanette shouldn't have done that. The dad is just sitting in the corner, not saying shit. Winter and River just sitting on the side, kind of just co-signing whatever. And, Chantel's just trying to lead the charge of like the investigation into this. I just feel like Chantel is just really trying to go in and break all of her siblings' relationships up. Is she ever going to be okay with any of her siblings' relationships? Is she just going to hold the fact that they were shitty to her and Pedro? What do you mean you just want to protect Royal? He's a grown-ass man. Anyways, so they're talking about the fact that Anjanette's mother is reaching out to Karen's brother. So, like, she wanted to be friends with him on Facebook. Personally, I don't understand why that is bad. And maybe she's just trying to get to know the type of family that her daughter is moving in with. Also, it's weird that they don't call that man Uncle Ronson. They just call him Ronson. Anyways, that's just me. So, hi, Spasia. Thank you for being here. So, yes, Cheryl, Chantel is a shit starter. So, there's now all this like, ooh, what's going on there? Why does that? And Mom, I'm just like, why is that important? So, Royal comes in the room. I notice that he's not mic'd right away because he's not crystal clear. And he's like in the corner in the shadows. And they're like, come in. He's like, nah, I'm good right here. He's pissed. So they're just like, what's wrong, Royal? And he's just like, nothing's wrong and you guys can go. Thank you for your services. You guys can go. And his mother's like, what? And he's just like, well, you guys are talking about all this stuff. Like, whatever, you guys can go. We don't need you here. You can go. So they get upset because of that. And then he leaves and Chantel tries to follow him out of the hotel room, but he exits and then he holds the door so that she can't come out to him. Meanwhile, she's following him with a phone. And I'm like, is she trying to record the conversation? Like, what is she, put her phone, like, she's like, wait, Royal. It's just, it feels at that point that she's really just trying to keep him in the storyline. That's what it feels like. So he then goes back to his hotel room. We think it's over. And then do we see the scene of what's her face coming home? Or like, do we see the scene of Anjanette coming back to her hotel room where she was with Royal, with her homegirls? So her homegirls just surround her. They just wrap her in a cloth of love and support. And she goes to have a conversation with her husband about their nuptials, and her whole posse is just sitting. It's like they're all the pillows on this thing. And she's just like, Royal, and then someone's like, you're going to apologize. You're still going to have the wedding. And this one's like, rah, 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 you need to blah, blah, blah. And then this one's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and like, as much as, you know, people are going to be like, well, she should have left her homegirls at home. Like, maybe that's how she's going to have the, you know, she finally has support. She's been in the US for how long? And he's been tripping on her for how long? Denying the fact she's sad and lonely. I'm like, let her have her entourage. You're just going to have to be with her and her homegirls while she gets through this. So they decide to continue with the wedding. And I think that's the scene after when he disinvited his family. So then Royal decides that he wants to have a group conversation with all of them. And baby, Chantel's outfit, as much shit as I talk about Chantel, baby, that outfit, Chantel came out with a sarong. I mean, girl, I was like, yes, ma'am. Yes. Yes. Also, Chantel tried to like read me for filth because I've been talking about her fake titties ever since I met her. And she was like, why does everybody think my boobs are fake? She did something on Instagram. And I was like, are you talking to me? I still think they're fake. I don't care. I don't care how many pictures you show me of you at whatever. I think that you had your titties done at 16. So until you can show me a picture of every single whatever, like, anyways, baby, Chantel was looking so good, okay? So good. Pinky Winky was looking so good. And so they sat down, and Anjanette is telling all the business. She's like, Royal, you told me that your mom said not to talk about the miscarriage. And then Karen's like, well, he told me that you said this. And she's like, I never said that, Royal, why are you lying? And then Chantel's like, you told me that Anjanette was doing this. And he's like, you just made that up. And so Royal is a liar, right? We have to just admit that he's a liar. That he says things, and I don't know, to invoke sympathy, or maybe they're real, and I don't know. He's pitting them against, he's like self-sabotaging. Oh yeah, the saboteurism. Karen, I just want to, like, girl, okay, we get it. That's your thing, right? To pretend to be dumb and say words that don't make sense. That's not the only word she said that didn't make sense, but I can't remember. But saboteur, I mean, it does make sense, but she went further to say like saboteurism. And I was like, what is saboteurism? What kind of tourism is Saba? So they're just, and then Anjanette's like, Royal says that you guys are all crazy. He also says that what's her face is dumb. And Chantel got so offended, but here's the truth. Like, Chantel might be smart enough to get herself on a reality show and make money for her entire family. But Chantel is dumb. No, I don't know this girl in real life. But like, they portray her as being absolutely dumb. Like some of the stuff that she's, and it's crazy because they like zoom in on her when her mom is saying stupid stuff. And she's just like, so it's like she can hear when it's dumb, but when it's coming out of her mouth, she can't hear it. It's weird. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the room. I mean, that's really all I had to say about the family Chantel. I mean, we left on a cliffhanger of Chantel being called stupid, which is great. Oh, I didn't even talk about Nicole. Nicole and Alejandro. Nicole likes to make drama. She made up some drama when she met his family. And Lydia, girl, I was like, bravo for that scene. When Lydia took his maleta and threw it out the door and then his like perfume flew everywhere, I was just like, oh, okay, TV, okay. I see you. And also this whole angle that Alejandro is not good enough for her because she got a degree. I was like, what? Girl, it's hard out here. Like, a lot of men don't have degrees. This is so good. And then, so that whole status thing is a little annoying. But also they're saying that Alejandro is using Nicole. And I'm like, for what? To be on a reality show? Let him get his little 15 minutes of fame. Nicole is using everybody to do whatever. She is getting, I'm sure, how much do you want to bet that Nicole got money for her and Coraima to sit in that dentist's office and pretend to have a conversation while the dentist is tightening their braces? I'm pretty sure there was a promo shot in there for that dentist. Hi, Bella Jasmine. I don't have my glasses on, as you guys know. So there's a lot going on. Does anybody watch Welcome to Plattsville or Platteville? Okay. Hard to Know says talk about 90 Day and the couples. Okay. Isn't it coming December 6th? These chips are so good. Okay. Let's look. Oh, did you see my Belief in Fatherhood shirt? Okay. Oh God, Chelsea, that's like the worst part of that whole thing. Oh. Okay. Let me just say a little bit about Welcome to Plattsville. This is what happens when you decide to sequester your family to create this kind of existence, but you don't have an exit plan for them. Because my frame of thought is, did you guys really think that your 9 kids, that every last single one of them would live the life that you are living? 1. 2, how would they do that? Like, in whatever part of Georgia they were living in, I think it's Georgia, right? It sounds like the way the kids talk is that they don't even have a community church to like have any social skills. Like they don't even have a church community because the parents are that religious. And the thing is they don't seem that religious. It's just, and not to say that they aren't. It just is weird because you're just like, some of the things that they have access to, like the full face of makeup, is just so interesting to me. And then the fact that like, it's like, let's go to the thrift store to buy clothes, which I get, but it's not like they don't have the money to go to Walmart, but maybe they don't want them to see things in Walmart. Like, it's just weird. It's a weird. No, I don't think it's weird that the family wants to do this. I think you should do whatever you want to do as long as it's good and healthy for your kids. But it feels like they did not set them up at all. Like when Micah and Mariah talk about the fact that the parents didn't even teach them how, like, what the outside world was like at all. And it's like, you can't go into the outside world until you're 18. But it's like, why not give them some kind of like something? They're not even open with them about sex, which is weird because y'all are having a lot of sex with 9 kids. And then like, Ethan says that he didn't even know his sisters had their period. He's got 7 sisters. How has periods never been, how did the sisters all hide the periods from the men? It's just like beyond me. It's beyond me. And I'm really happy for Micah and Mariah, but I don't want them to go buck wild because I don't necessarily think that the way they were raised is wrong. I love the fact that they didn't drink and eat any sugar. Now, the fact that they went so far as to like, they didn't even make their own ice cream, like it's crazy. But like, it's just so interesting to me. Also, what's interesting to me is if they had a very specific diet, having kids just does things to your body no matter what you do. And it's so interesting because I think that when the parents got married, they were like, I think the mother is beautiful. Like something about her, I was like, oh my God, she's really pretty. And the dad is like a handsome guy. And like, they have all these kids. And it's like, you think that, and especially because the dad goes out and works. That's the crazy thing. Like he's out in the world working. It's not like he's just on the farm. And they just didn't prepare them. They don't even have high school diplomas. They didn't even take them to go get their GED. Like that's to me what's crazy. How come Micah doesn't have a GED? Why did Micah have to figure it out himself? Okay, anyways, that's all I have to say about Plattsville. And I think they did a really bad disservice to like try to get into Ethan and Olivia's, marriage, especially because Olivia was raised almost the same, just not as strict. And the fact that they go to a still looking like regular Christian boring church, they're shunned. He still married a conservative Christian girl. Like, what did you want? Who did you want him to marry? Lydia, his sister? Like, where are these, like, it's not even that they're in a community. I guess I want to know what community they're in. That's what I want to know. I want to know what religion it is, what community it is, and what they thought their kids were going to do. Like, what did they think their kids were going to do? Talking about the junk of the world. I mean, to me, the way to, I don't know. I don't have kids, so I don't know. But I think that they did their kids a disservice in order to hold them back so much, especially not giving. And then like that comment she made about like, why would they go to college? I mean, they can learn everything here. And I'm like, that's all, you guys are really holding them back. This world is zooming forward with technology. If you were in an Amish group, that makes sense. Like, I just want to know what their community is. I guess that's what it is. Okay. Ethan would have made me so upset the way he allowed his parents to treat his wife. Yeah. He didn't know what to do. And he's having to learn about it. He had to learn about periods when he got married at 21. He had to learn, his wife has to teach him how to emote, how to express himself, how to be able to read the room, how to, I'm just like, girl, she's doing the Lord's work, literally. And they even had divorce on the table. Okay, let me get to these new couples. 90-day, fiance just jumps up, just jumps up. Oh my God, I didn't see The Other Way because The Other Way makes me nervous. Here's the truth. Like, Sumit and Jenny, love them. Makes me nervous. That confrontation between Sumit's parents and Jenny just sitting there, the dad just went in. Why do you have to marry her? Why do you have to find somebody 100 years old? Jenny's over there crying. I just like, girl, get out of them people's houses. Why are Robert and Annie still the main things? Okay, what is the next season? Okay, I'll put 90 Day Fiance, new couples. Okay. Meet the Couples, 90 Day Fiance. This is an old one. I don't know how to Google things, you guys. What season is it? Is it season 9? I don't know if Jenny already knew his wife. What did Chelsea say? Yeah, while loving this long videos, give our girl some likes. Thank you. 90 Day Fiance season 8. Haha. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we have Rebecca and Zied, and he finally cut his hair, so he looks mildly better. Then we've got Brandon and Julia. Who are they? Oh yeah, Brandon, I think, is this like conservative guy, and he gets with this woman named Julia. It looks like 4 new couples featured can hold their own amongst the drama. There's Brandon, who lives on a farm with his conservative parents and expects his fun-loving Russian bride, Julia, to go to work as a farmhand. And then there's Hovey and Yada, who followed in the grand tradition of 20-something 90 Day Fiance idiots who were too drunk on vacation and mistook it for love. And of course, there's an old white woman being scammed. Oh. No more pictures. I want more pictures. Who else is there? Okay, so Natalie.
On 90 Day Fiance.
Mike and Natalie. Tariq and Hazel. Girl. I already talked about it. Hazel is ready to be bisexual in the US with Tariq. He's got a full beard.
Welcome to America. Look at me.
I might look like an innocent boy, but my mom goes away.
Do you think Jovi's ready to
Okay, so Jovi and Jovi and who? What's their name? Jovi and Yada. Okay, so Jovi, to me, I just from the trailer, is an alcoholic. Not an alcoholic, but it feels like he likes to party and have fun, and was drunk. TLC will just show the worst of everybody. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited for this season. I'm excited to see Tariq and Hazel again. I'm excited to see Rebecca and Zaid. Love you so much. I love you so much. I mean, we just got a lot of good, as much as they were getting, everybody gets on my nerves at the end. Like, we're just over the couples by the end of it. But then in the beginning, it's so fresh and so new. It comes on Sundays. I have Sundays off. Who's going to get on my nerves? Okay. I think Jovi and Yara are going to get on my nerves. I think Brandon and Julia are going to get on my nerves. I think Natalie and Mike are really going to get on my nerves because they're too old. You're too grown to be having these problems still. And I don't want to watch him feel guilty and her make him feel guilty for the rest of the season. Like, why are they together? Did he get out of debt so soon? Did he? What's happening? Ugh. Okay. Brandon and Julia for me. Tariq looks a lot better. Does he? I just want him to like dress like it's at least give me like a 2010 look, you know? I feel like Tariq is insistent on giving us like 1999, you know? And I don't know why. But I like him. He's a fun cast member to interact with. I like him. And I would support him. Him and Hazel. All right, you guys. That's it. I think it was my dog. He's banking on the style coming back around. Yeah, it's my dog. I gotta go. Go to bed, Charlie. He's scaring me. I thought it was a ghost. All right, you guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Did I say, hey guys, it's Wahima? Did you just call me Wah? Melanated! Oh my God, I haven't done that in so long. I'm a bad YouTuber. I have to just go on ahead and admit that. But I want to thank you guys so much for rocking with me and watching me this entire time. I really appreciate your support. And yeah, I'll try to do these more often. Whew. All right. That's the end of this episode, you guys. I want to thank you so much for watching. Remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Bye. I really do miss you guys. Good night, everyone.